Hey everyone, it's Gabriel here. Today I want to talk about some of the things that you need to invest this year if you really want to grow your wealth and become rich and possibly retire by 30 to 35. So this video is more for those of you who are in your 20s and 30s. And no, it's not Bitcoin or the latest stock investment tips. You're not going to get rich by investing in those things without first investing in the few things that I'm going to share with you today. Now, I'm not a billionaire, but I've done pretty decent for myself at age 29, just turned 29 a couple of days ago. And I have a 7-figure-a-year marketing agency, and I've helped build an 8-figure-a-year education company, which I'm also the part owner. Now, this gives me a rather good income to accumulate wealth through different assets, and I'm living a pretty comfortable lifestyle for my age.
We're comfortable.
That is exactly what a super rich person would say.
Okay, just kidding. Not crazy rich Asian yet. But you know what will make me go crazy? If you help me to hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm gods, so that more people can see this video and benefit from it. And since you're hitting the like button, might as well hit the subscribe button as well. They kind of go together, you know, like salt and pepper, bread and butter, ham and cheese. Anyway, let's get right into it. So the first thing you gotta start investing is not stocks, not cryptocurrency, not real estate, none of that stuff. Although I do buy these assets, that isn't what I started with. Now, the first thing I started investing is myself and how I can make higher income in order to invest in all those assets that I'm talking about. Now, I know this may sound cliche and so many people know this, but I don't see majority of people doing it. See, most people are chasing shiny objects, trying to get rich in the stock market or in the real estate market. Now, the truth is this, unless you are really born rich, you don't have the cash and the capital to invest, you are likely not going to get rich by jumping into the stock market or the real estate market right away. And here's the reason why. Ask yourself this simple question. How much do you have to invest right now? $1,000? $10,000? $100,000? $1 million? Now, let's say you only have $1,000 to invest right now and your goal is to turn that into $1 million. In order to do that, you have to get 1,000 times return or 100,000%. Now, that is extremely rare for any investment to fetch that kind of return, and even if it is, the risk is going to be extremely high. How likely are you going to be able to find one? Now, if you have $10,000, you still need about 100 times return in order to turn it into $1 million. Again, how many investments you can find that you are confident that can 100x your money? Now, if you invest $100,000, you need to 10x your money to hit $1 million. Now, that is more possible and more likely if you bought it into Tesla stock a couple of years ago or Bitcoin, and I personally still believe that Bitcoin still has a chance to 10x in the next couple of years. But the real question is, how many people under the age of 30 actually have a few $100,000 just lying around, especially if you don't make a huge income? Have you ever heard of saying, it takes money to make money? That is partly true. Before wealth accumulation, you first need to think about how to generate higher income. Then, using that higher income generated to accumulate those assets. So if you only have a few $1,000s to invest, or worse, only a few $100s, invest that amount in yourself first to generate a higher income. Even Warren Buffett, the legendary investor, did not get to his first million purely by investing. He started several businesses, selling newspaper, pinball machines, and then used that money to invest in himself by reading a lot of books, learning public speaking, joining a sales company and learning how to do sales, and started 10 investment partnerships. So how do you invest in yourself so you can generate higher income? There are 2 investments that I personally invest into before anything else. Now, the first thing I did for myself before investing into any other assets was knowledge capital. And this includes picking up a new skill set that will make you more valuable in the marketplace. Now, some people call this a high income skill set. And for me, that skill set was sales and marketing. I believe those 2 are the most important skill set for anyone to master if they want to generate a bigger income. And it has given me the ability to market and sell almost any product and services. I spent my first 7 years in entrepreneurship from when I was 16 to 23, joining a sales company doing sales. And then the last 6 years picking up digital marketing. By combining these 2 skill sets, my income has skyrocketed over the past few years, giving me extra cash to invest in any other assets and opportunities that might appear. Now, you can do this by investing in books, courses, or programs to learn any high income skill set. sales and marketing is my recommendation. And I'm not telling you this to sell you a program. I don't sell programs to beginners, and I'm just telling you this because this is what I personally did. Now, if you don't have a lot of money, just buy books. They are only $10 to $20. And you can watch my previous video on how you can speed read a book a day using my new speed reading method, and I'll just put the link in the description. I also include some of the books that are good to start with if you want to pick up a high income skill set. Now, if you can afford it, you can buy online courses, and they range from less than $100 to over a few $1,000s. But make sure you learn from someone with a proven track record and social proof. And then what you want to do next is to start practicing these skill sets, because knowledge alone isn't going to bring you any results. Applied knowledge does. Now, if you have to, work for free just to gain experience. This is something a lot of people refuse to do. See, back when I had no experience, no track record, no portfolio, no one would trust me. And the best way I can build all this was to actually work for free. During my first 2 years in sales, even though I didn't get any results, I was still staying around, and I was spending a lot of time being involved as much as possible. And that means helping my ex-sales leaders for free at times. Like bring them water when they're doing sales presentation, wiping the whiteboard after, running errands such as getting coffee. And I did all these things just so I could hang around them and watch how they sell. When I was transitioning to doing digital marketing, I was practically helping some key influencers to up their digital marketing game nearly for free. Some projects, I even made millions of dollars for these people while getting paid peanuts. And when I mean peanuts, I mean like $500 a month when I was making millions of dollars for them. Some deals I even lost money because of the expenses I have to incur just to take up those deals. However, because I was just starting out, I was trying to gain experience and building a portfolio, the results of those deals put me on the map in Singapore and being recognized as one of the best digital marketers in my country. That was when I started getting better and better deals and charging a premium for my service. Right now, my agency charges a minimum of $10,000 per month, and we have a wait list of clients. So helping people for free is definitely one of the best ways to pick up and apply knowledge. And it is also a really good way to build relationships, which leads me to the second investment that I'm going to talk about in this video. Number 2, invest in social capital. Now let's get real. What is social capital? Is knowing the right people. Knowing the right people will lead you to better opportunities. If you have all the knowledge and experience, but you don't know the right person, you have less opportunity to shine. Now, even if you run your own online business without having to depend on anyone for deals, having some sort of mentor or someone who have walked the journey before and to help you to point you in the right direction will help you to cut short your learning curve and even 10x your business. Now, there's this saying that your network is your net worth. So you have to invest in your network. Invest in people around you. And what I do is I usually categorize them into 3 groups of people. Now, the first group of people are people who are one level better than you. When I mean one level, it means this. If I'm doing 8 figures a year, then these are people doing 9 figures. Not $1 billion. That's 10 figures. Now, if I hang out with a billionaire, it's cool. I'm going to learn some stuff, but I won't be able to apply anything because what they're applying right now for their company is suitable for them at their current level. How a billionaire runs his company with tens and thousands of employees and how he managed his billion-dollar investment portfolio is going to be drastically different from how a 7-figure entrepreneur runs his company and manages his money. A lot of people make the mistake thinking that if a billionaire is doing this right now, I should be doing it. That's nonsense. Unless you're just one level below, you're not going to get much from hanging out with a billionaire. So, if you're making 5 figures a year, you want to learn from someone who's doing 6 or maybe just 7 figures a year. If you're doing 7 figures a year, you want to learn from people doing 8 figures a year and so on. What I typically do is I make a list of people one level better than me and I actively reach out to them. I'll offer to buy them lunch or maybe even interview them for my podcast show. And please remember that when you are reaching out to people one level better than you, do it with the mindset of adding value to them, not taking something from them. Find ways to add value or solve a problem for them. Don't be a leech. There is a reason why they are one level above you, and that is definitely not by wasting time with just anyone. So learn to value their time. Another easier way is to just buy and invest your way in. Get a mentor or coach. I spend 5 figures a year on mentoring or coaching program, not just so I can level up my skill set, but so I can meet and network with these people. That is the same reason why some successful people are willing to pay millions of dollars just to have lunch with billionaires who are one level above them. Now again, I'm not saying this to sell you a mentoring or coaching course. I only coach business owners that meet a very strict criteria. And make sure that when you pay for something, check your coaches or your mentor's track record. Now the second group of people that you need to invest in are people who are at the same level as you. You can learn a lot from hanging out with like-minded people. And one of the most valuable investments for me is when I invest in a mastermind. A mastermind is usually a group of entrepreneurs gathering together to share their experiences. Some of my biggest breakthrough in my business came from just 1 or 2 ideas that are being shared in a mastermind. Now there are paid masterminds and free masterminds. Now usually the paid ones have better quality network as they cost between $10,000 to $100,000 a year to be part of. If someone is able to pay that amount of money to be part of a mastermind, it already says a lot about the quality of this network. Now there are free ones that are really good as well, but these are usually close group of high-level entrepreneurs and you have to know someone to get in. There are also Facebook group and online group that cost way less. If you're really serious about investing in your social capital, it won't be too hard to find. Number 3, the last group of people you need to invest in are people who are 1 level below you. Now I got to where I am today because someone who is 1 level above me gave me a helping hand. I personally find it very fulfilling to give some of my time to helping those who were once in my situation. And again, this is an investment into the future because you never know who will one day surpass you and give you a better opportunity in the future because you have helped them before. This is also one of the reasons why I love doing videos like this to help more people. And that's it. By investing in knowledge capital and social capital, and if you're doing it right, your income will start increasing exponentially. Now that is when you are able to set aside more money to invest into assets that can generate you a significant capital appreciation or passive income, which I will cover in another video on how I invest and what I invest in if you are interested. So let me know in the comment section below. So to summarize, you're not going to get very rich by investing in financial assets if you don't have a lot of money, and sometimes even take unnecessarily high risk because you need to have a higher return just to reach your financial goals. In order to increase more capital to invest, first increase your income by investing in yourself. And that is by investing in knowledge capital and social capital. Once you have a much higher income, you will then be able to set aside more money to invest for a significant gain. Now, if you learned something in this video today, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this every single week. Let me know what are your best takeaways in the comment section below, and I'll be replying to every single one of them. So that's all I have for you today. Bye for now.